You think David Goggins is a really hard dude? Think again. Meet Lieutenant Dan. Not that one. This one. Lieutenant Dan, a homeless man who lives in a boat in the Tampa Bay area. I have actually seen this dude before. When I was 17, I was around the same area. I've seen this dude. This guy's real. This guy's no plant by the government that be hiding behind the scenes, the one who started and brewed up this monstrous hurricane. Mind you, yeah, there's a hurricane. I'm from Florida. It ain't that big of a deal. Yeah, it's a big hurricane. What can you fucking do? You know, whatever. But, you know, I'm from Florida. So, oh no, hurricane. Who gives a shit? But Lieutenant Dan, that's a man to fucking look up to. This man has been asked by police, chief of police, the mayor, to just leave. You know what he says every time? No, I'm staying here with my boat. I know what I'm doing. Matter of fact, don't take my word for it. Watch this.
Are you okay? Everybody's worried about you.
Who's worried about it?
It's all over TikTok.
Everybody, across the country.
I'm gonna go live in a minute.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine.
I don't think people realize you're so close to down. I mean, you could just get off if something bad happened. You know what I mean?
I'm not going anywhere because the safest place to be is on a boat in a flood. Okay, we learned that with Noah. Everybody that stayed on land drowned. Noah and the animals lived. So I'm fine.
Do you have any animals?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
I could use 2 females.
Well, you got all the news crews right here during the storm, so you can just, if you need anything. Everybody's worried about you,
I know
buddy.
everybody's worried about me. Everybody wants me to get off the boat. People don't. Being that I'm tied up to the cleat on the dock there, and it's secured in the concrete, which is secured to all this thing, I have a secured anchor point. I'm tied to the boat. If the tide goes up, I go up. As long as the water stays out of the boat, I'll be fine. And the wind is, it's not a tornado. It's not going to get lifted up and thrown into Kansas. Okay, it's not like that. I'm not suicidal, but I'm putting it in God's hands and taking it out of mine and man's.
All right.
So I'm sitting tight. I'm going to play it out.
Well, like I said, we're all right up here, so if you need anything, everybody's parked right here, okay?
I love you all, and I thank you for the concern. But I'm not nutty. I'm just doing what my father told me to do, and I'm doing it, and I'm being me. I don't go with the grain. I'm against the grain because it's all just, you're all robots. You're all sheep following the masses. And I'm the black sheep. I'm the one that does what I feel is right. And I don't care what anybody says or wants to do about it. I do what I think is right. It's just God found me 10 years ago when I found him, and he's been my right hand all along. He told me to come here, I'm here. And I'm putting my life in his hands. I'm supposed to go home tonight, then I'm going to go home tonight because he's calling me home for an opportunity.
Well, we'll check on you, okay?
Thank
We'll
you.
be up here and we'll check on you.
I appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you, sir. Stay
Thank you.
safe. You got some time to rest. All right.
I only got about 2 hours sleep. Knocking on my window. Can I get a video? Can I get a video? No! Get the hell away from me!
Now, while he goes by Lieutenant Dan, his real name is Joseph Malinowski. I might have butchered that. Here's the real name. And as Joseph Malinowski says, he's fine. He knows what he's doing. And it seems to be really annoyed that people are just coming up to him. Hey, man, you should come with me. I live in the area. We can take care of you. I don't know. Look, here's one thing I'll say about Floridians, specifically Tampa and or Miami seafarers. Don't offer them help. You'll get hurt in the process. This guy's gonna be this guy's gonna be perfectly fine. Nothing's gonna happen to him. He's gonna come out. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's okay. Thank God." Dude, God did not want to dare touch this man. He was fearful of even reaching into this guy's boat, fearing this man's gonna bite it off. This guy's gonna fucking piss into the storm and then have it fucking go into someone's mouth a mile out. Just cause he calculated that too. That was purposeful. Lieutenant Dan is the epitome of why Floridians are so feared amongst the world. We aren't just a bunch of idiots, we're trained idiots. And there's nothing scarier than a bunch of trained, stupid, autistic people. This guy's the head of the pack. Matter of fact, I got fucking roll call with him at 0400 later today. You wanna know why? Because we're training in idiot camp. And there's also people who are trying to twist this in a very bad manner. Matter of fact, in the same Twitter line that I just showed you right here, I'm gonna put it over here for dramatic effect. This lady's saying, oh, hopefully they can pay back the search and rescue team for when he's lost and all that. I think that's really stupid. I think he wholeheartedly accepts if he dies, he dies. He doesn't want anybody bothering him. I mean, he's not bothering anybody. People saying, oh, he's putting others at risk. yes, I guess I can understand the reaching logic. You know, the search teams are gonna have to come out, and you know, there's a whole process that must be done. But it's a volunteer process, and then it's volunteer because it'd be so expensive to pay it. That's why volunteers volunteer, because they're good at heart and they don't care about the money. I think it's really stupid. People are trying to twist it into something it's not. This dude just wants to live his life and he's happy. Look, ain't nothing taking this man's boat. Ain't nobody taking this man's boat away. Matter of fact, there's actually a GoFundMe for him to actually fix his boat or even get him a bigger boat. I think it's at somewhere like an odd 5,000. I can actually check. I stand corrected. It's 25,000 for this whole goal. They've already raised up 20K within, I think, the last 2 days that he's become popular. So Lieutenant Dan is just a guy who goes about loving his boat. He's a homeless dude, but I mean, he seems to be doing fine. And surprisingly, a lot of homeless people just happen to live in their boats within the Tampa Bay or Miami Bay area. In the Port of Miami, it's a little less common because the Port of Miami is more of a business port, while Tampa Bay Port is more of a mix. Well, they're all still public sectors in both of them, obviously. It's more so, Miami's more business oriented with how many boats are going in and out. Tampa, since it's not on the east side of the state, therefore not exposed to trading routes and export routes and all that, there's not really many boats willing to come around the state to Tampa's port, so it's more leisurely. And I will say it's a very nice place to be, especially if you have a boat. In the case that I've been on only one, it was in the Tampa Bay area. It was fun. And then there's also the argument that Lieutenant Dan also might be a content creator who's doing this just to get money out of people. But honestly, given that, one, I've fucking seen this dude before when I was like 17, 16, when I went to Tampa, about a month? No, 3 weeks. I was 17, went for 3 weeks, yeah. This dude's real, and maybe I'm misplanting faces, but he looks very familiar. I feel like I've seen this exact dude in this exact area, in that exact boat. Maybe a little different. It might be personal bias, but I'll be honest, I really doubt this is the case where it's some dude trying to make money off a hurricane. Do you understand how backwards that is? I don't know, I never really gave a shit about hurricanes. It was ever rare. The last one I think the last one that spooked me was Michael. Because Michael was showing to be stronger than Andrew, but that's about it. Wait, was Andrew the one that made the skull face? I might be wrong. Whatever.
Maria.
Huh?
Maria.
Maria made the skull face?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but when was Maria? Yeah, so here's Matthew. You can kind of see the skull I'm talking about. Yeah, oh yeah, the death skull, which was Maria. Yeah, and then there was Maria, which is a little bit more piratey skull type. And then there's Milton, making like a...
Concerned face.
I don't know exactly how to describe it, but...
Concerned.
No, not even. Also, just to go on a little bit of a science rant, Milton's almost the largest hurricane allowed, like, physically, through the earth and bullshit. To put it short, the earth is only allowed to have so much pressure for a storm. At that point, it's either two things that'll happen. The storm itself will rip itself apart, or the storm will grow past that so-called pressure threshold that we believe in, and it means all of our geostorm math is all wrong. If that motherfucker got any stronger, because it's already hitting landfall, so it's going to be losing power. I believe it's going to fall down to a 2 overnight as it crosses over Florida. And the rare chance that they say all the time is going to curve back and it pumps up to maybe a 3, it's going to be fine. It's kind of crazy to think that within 2 weeks, we've had some pretty big fucking hurricanes. These were not small at all, mind you. Milton and Helena, whatever the other one was, I didn't really give a shit about the other one. This one I've just been hearing a lot more about. That's kind of fucking crazy. And the logic behind it is that apparently the first one created such a low pressure area and a low pressure region because of a hurricane. You know, a hurricane builds up high pressure, and all that high pressure formulates into this nice spinning ball of fucking chaos, and then you get a hurricane. Now, because of all that pressure here, there's low pressure somewhere else, and low pressure is what is a perfect case for another hurricane or another storm system. That's why hurricane season comes with multiple hurricanes creating each other, just because one hurricane can also create another, technically, but not within a close region. Within a close region, they kind of tear each other apart. Because if their speeds are not similar, either one will suck up the other, or they'll tear each other apart just because they're not the same pressure, not the same strength, not all that. Yeah, no, Lieutenant Dan's gonna be fine. Pray for him. He's fine. And he's not a fucking scam artist, and if he is, I'll eat my words. Matter of fact, if he is a scam artist, if Lieutenant Dan's a scam artist, I'll eat a whole fucking case of Vegemite. Hold me to that. I'm not gonna, I don't know if Vegemite's bad. I'm just gonna eat a whole case of Vegemite. That's it. But also, you know what doesn't suck? You know what might not suck like Vegemite? Rogue Energy. Here's my code. Use it. I don't have a flavor with them. It's just I have a code with them. This is a really good flavor. Thank you guys for watching. Deuces.